During Easter dinner, my daughter-in-law threw a glass of wine at me when I refused to let her parents move into my house. "You're selfish," my son said, and she added, "Your bedrooms are empty." I smiled, got up, and went to the emergency room. While bleeding, I texted my lawyer, "It's over." The police arrived. I never thought I'd spend Easter dinner in a hospital waiting room with wine-soaked shirt and blood dripping down my forehead. But there I was texting my lawyer 4 words. Phase 1 is complete. Let me back up. My name is Robert Chen. I'm 63 years old, been retired from my accounting practice for 3 years now. My wife Sarah passed away 5 years ago from cancer. And since then, I've been living alone in our 3-bedroom house in North Vancouver. It's a modest place. We bought back in 1992 for $170,000. Today it's worth nearly $2 million. The neighborhood changed. Young families everywhere. Tech workers. The kind of people who put Tesla chargers in their driveways. My son Daniel is 32. Works in pharmaceutical sales. Does well for himself. Married to a woman named Brittany. They have 2 kids, Emma and Lucas, 8 and 6. They live out in Langley about an hour away depending on traffic. Nice suburban house but nothing special. I see the grandkids maybe once a month, sometimes less. Easter Sunday started normal enough. Daniel called me Tuesday to confirm I was hosting dinner. I always host the holidays. It's tradition. Sarah would have wanted it. I spent Saturday preparing leg of lamb, roasted vegetables, Sarah's famous hot cross buns from her recipe. I even got chocolate eggs for the kids. The house smelled like rosemary and garlic. It reminded me of better times. They arrived around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Daniel's Tesla pulled into my driveway and I watched from the kitchen window as they unloaded the kids. Brittany was carrying a bottle of wine. Expensive looking. She only brings expensive things when she wants something. I learned that the hard way. "Dad," Daniel came in first. Gave me a quick hug. Stiff. Performative. "House looks great." "Thanks, son." "Kids. Come give Grandpa a hug." Emma and Lucas ran over. At least the kids were still genuine. They showed me their Easter baskets. Told me about the egg hunt at their school. Normal grandparent stuff. It felt good. Brittany kissed my cheek. Too much perfume. "Robert, thank you so much for having us. This wine is from Okanagan. Supposed to be exceptional. You didn't have to bring anything." "Oh, I insist." She set it on the counter with this little smile. The kind that doesn't reach the eyes. We settled in the living room. I'd set up the good china in the dining room, but Daniel wanted to chat first. That should have been my first warning. Daniel never wants to chat. He's always checking his phone, talking about quarterly numbers, complaining about his manager. Today, he was focused, present, looking at Brittany every few seconds like they were tag-teaming a sales pitch. "So, Dad," Daniel started. "Brittany and I have been talking about your situation. My situation living here alone, this big house, it's a lot for one person to maintain." I smiled, kept my voice level. "I managed just fine. House is paid off. Maintenance isn't bad. But you're getting older," Brittany added. She was perched on the edge of the armchair, leaning forward. "We worry about you. Falls. Medical emergencies. What if something happens and no one's here? I have my phone. Neighbors check in." Daniel exchanged another glance with Brittany. "Here it comes," I thought. "We have a proposal," Daniel said. "My in-laws, Brittany's parents, they just retired last month. Sold their place in Kamloops. They're looking for somewhere in the lower mainland, but the market is insane right now. Congratulations to them. They're good people, Dad. Really active, healthy." Brittany's mom was a nurse. Her dad taught high school shop class for 30 years. I nodded, waited. Brittany jumped in. "We were thinking, you have those 2 extra bedrooms just sitting empty. What if my parents moved in? They could help around the house, keep you company, and honestly, it would be cheaper for everyone. They'd pay you rent, of course. You want your parents to move into my house. It's perfect." Brittany's voice went up an octave. "You wouldn't be alone anymore. My mom could help with cooking, cleaning. My dad's handy. He could fix things and we'd all be closer together as a family." I looked at Daniel. "And what do you think about this?" "I think it makes sense, Dad. Practical. You'd have built-in help. They'd have an affordable place in a great neighborhood. Win-win." The lamp timer went off in the kitchen, saved by the bell. "Let me check on dinner," I said. I stood up, walked into the kitchen, and closed my eyes for 5 seconds. Breathe. Stay calm. This was exactly what Thompson, my lawyer, said would happen. We'd been preparing for 6 months. You see, 3 months ago, I got a call from my financial advisor. Someone had tried to access my investment accounts. Not successfully, but they'd gotten far enough that the bank flagged it. They'd used some of my personal information. Birth date, Sarah's maiden name, mother's maiden name. The attempt came from Daniel's IP address. I didn't confront him. Instead, I called Richard Thompson, the estate lawyer who'd handled Sarah's will. Smart guy. Used to work in elder law before switching to estates. He knew exactly what this smelled like. Robert. He'd told me over coffee at a Tim Hortons near his office. I see this pattern every week. Adult children getting impatient about inheritance. They start testing boundaries, accessing accounts, suggesting living arrangements. Then it escalates. What do I do? We set up safeguards and we document everything. Over the next 3 months, Thompson helped me do several things. First, we arranged a full cognitive assessment with a geriatric specialist, passed with flying colors, documented proof I was mentally sharp, no signs of dementia or impairment. Second, we updated my will with ironclad language and multiple witnesses. Third, we set up a living trust with specific instructions. Fourth, and this was Thompson's idea, we installed hidden cameras in my living room, dining room, and kitchen. If they're planning something, Thompson said, they'll reveal it eventually, and when they do, you'll have proof. I checked the lamb. Perfect. Golden brown thermometer reading exact. I carved it at the counter, plated everything, and called them to the table. Dinner started pleasant enough. The kids talked about school. I asked Daniel about work. Brittany complimented the food. All very civilized. Then Daniel brought it up again. So, Dad, about my in-laws. Have you thought about it? I have. And I set down my fork. I appreciate the concern, but I'm not interested in having roommates. I like my privacy. Now you can watch the second part by pressing share and more.